AutoResearch is a platform for automating research workflows, as well as AI-powered insights and instant professional presentations. If this is your first time here, my name is J.I. and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So we're going to get started here. And the first thing we're brought onto on this page is this pop-up. It tells us to choose the topic, the slides, to customize it, and then click generate. Okay, so this is already giving me vibes that are similar to Gamma, but in a much more sort of rustic way. Okay, so I'm going to select the presentation topic as how to use AI in your everyday life. I'm going to leave the number of slides at 10. You can only swap the models if we're a pro user. I'm going to select, let's go for purple. And let's go for blue. I think those are pretty much the colors of AI. Let's go for a more blue, sort of blue like this one. Cool. I can select the image source to be Unsplash or Google Images. I can select the level of creativity, which is essentially the temperature. So the lower the temperature, the more reliable, but also so the lower the temperature, the more reliable, but also the more sort of repeated the responses will be. And then the higher the temperature, then the more creative, but the more creative the output will be. But it's also a bit more like, then the more creative the output would be, but it also makes it more prone to hallucinations. Now, I think I need to be a pro user in order to turn on deep research and full speaker notes, as you can see. So I'll leave those off for the time being, and then I'm going to generate this presentation. Okay, cool. So it's generated the presentation and it's actually saved it automatically. So I'm going to check this out now. Okay, cool. So this is the first slide of the presentation. It says AI in everyday life, making the smart choice. Discover practical ways to integrate AI into your daily routines to enhance efficiency and simplify tasks. So we're going to see just how good this presentation is. Okay, that could be a bit better. That's an image from Unsplash as I can. Okay, cool. So slide 1, your personalized digital assistant, voice assistants, your smart sidekick. Okay, you can use them to set reminders and alarms, play music and podcasts, control smart home devices. Okay, cool. This also needs a bit of formatting as well, as you can see. In fact, for this, I would actually make this a bit smaller, and then I would also probably change this image, but for the time being, you can make it a bit smaller. We probably want something a bit clearer than that. Okay, cool. Now moving back onto this, we've got, okay, cool. So moving back onto the fourth slide, we've got smart communication and translation, language and communication enhanced. Now, I think this is a massive, massive deal, because really and truly, content isn't just what's on social media. Content is every text message you send to your friends, family, or anyone you're working with. Right now, if of course it's safe to do so with regards to confidentiality, you can actually use large language models to edit the messages you send so that you're more likely to get the outcome that you want. So it's cool that this is mentioned. That I think the logic behind this presentation makes a lot of sense. So instant translation apps, grammar and spell checkers. Yeah, there's really no reason for, grammatical mistakes nowadays, especially if it's an important message you're sending or document you're creating. AI-powered captioning for videos as well is very important. Navigation and discovery reimagined. Of course, that can be quite useful. So things like Kayak, Skyscanner, Yelp, Google reviews, public transportation apps with real-time updates. So a lot of these are actually ways people are already using AI in their daily lives. They just don't even realize it yet. Okay, and then we've got tailored entertainment, Netflix, Spotify, YouTube. So yeah, this is quite generic. However, it does give you something to start off with, especially if you're just looking to make a simple presentation for something, right? Smart shopping and financial decisions, which is quite useful, right? So we've also got transforming your home into a smart home. That can be quite useful. There are a lot of smart home tools and gadgets that are really getting a lot more popular as time goes on. And of course, in health and well-being, you can use Apple Watches, Fitbits, and a bunch of different things to track your health and nutrition as well as checking for symptoms and for mental wellness. In fact, there are a lot of people I know who consider ChatGPT and large language models a therapist. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you should go that far, but they claim it really helps them and their mental health whenever they're looking for answers to questions. Of Cool. Next, you've got boosting your productivity and learning. Of course, is what I'm all about. I think AI has really just started its race for who can learn the fastest. That's really what this is all about, because whoever can't is unfortunately just gonna likely get forgotten about or just become a remnant of evolution and natural selection. Cool. So next we've got this slide, key benefits and considerations. Okay, cool. So we've got increased efficiency and productivity, personalized experiences, convenience and time saving. So I think convenience is one thing to be wary of, because of course, the more convenient something gets, the less likely someone is to place a value on it. And then if you don't value it, then you're less likely to actually go out of your way to get it. So that's a bit of a cost of convenience. And yeah, there are different sort of considerations to take into account, like data privacy and security. Of course, you never want to put in sensitive information into large language models, unless of course you're using them offline and you know that data isn't going to be going out anywhere. I actually made a video on how to do that a little while back using DeepSeek and LM Studio. And yeah, of course, there's the over-reliance on AI, which is what I mentioned earlier. So for people who are lazy, then AI is basically going to be the best sort of way to offload any kind of work they need to do. Whereas for people who are proactive, they're going to become absolute superhumans. And I'm privileged to say that, you know, I am an example of this. And it's definitely possible if you have the sort of go-getter attitude to actually learn things and take initiative. Cool. And lastly, embrace the smart future. Okay, cool. So this is a very simple and basic platform. I would say Gamma is probably even better. However, if you're not necessarily looking for something that's too complex, you want something that's very simple, then yeah, this is a great way to just generate a presentation for any sort of professional or personal work. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And if you'd like to talk to me, then head over to Jay's Instagram, where you can chat to ChatJPT, which is essentially ChatGPT combined with my way of thinking, speaking and seeing the world. So if you like these videos, then you'll definitely enjoy having a chat with ChatJPT. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.